Hi, do you want to share your name with us?
Hi, my name is Cassandra Hayes.
Awesome. My name is Bea. Thank you so much for joining us today. Are you here as a part of the education program or interested in the program?
I'm actually registered for elementary education for my major. So,
Awesome, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We have with us today the Dean of Education, Michael Parker, and also the Advisor for Education, Donna Kahn. So hopefully you will be able to get some more information about your program and maybe ask some questions that maybe you've been wanting to ask. This is a really good opportunity to get some pretty great individualized time with folks from your program. So without further ado, the first to speak will be Dean Parker. And after that, Donna will share about the programs. And at the end, we'll also have some question time. But feel free to interject or type in a question in the chat if something pops up. Does anyone else have any other questions? No? Then we can go ahead and get started.
I'll
Go
take that
ahead.
as a cue then to begin. Welcome, Cassandra. As Bea indicated, my name is Michael Parker. I'm the Dean of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Education. And that's one of the, in terms of student serves, if we include online, that's the largest division within the college. We've got a number of different things in there, as the name indicates, both social sciences and humanities. And education became part of this division over the summer. And what I can tell you about is some of the programs that we offered. If you're already in one, you probably have some idea there, but we offer an Associate of Applied Science, which is meant for direct employment. And we also have the AAs, which I think maybe you probably in Associate of Arts and Liberal Arts that lead toward either our early childhood or elementary education. So those are the programs that we have, and those AAs are meant for transfer. And in terms of advising, unlike other areas, we've got in-house advising. So in other areas within the division, we've got people who work in student services who are assigned to the division, but here these folks are wholly housed within the division, and that's Donna, and I think that that's who you would be speaking with, and probably the people you would speak with, your faculty, your main one there would be Jenny Harmelink, who is our oversees the early childhood, or not the early childhood, but the elementary education. So we've got those different programs. We've got certificates that you can pick up along the way for the Associate of Applied Science, if that's the direction you're interested in going. But then we've also got the ones for the direct transfer. And then the other thing is we've got a student club, and I just became familiar with this morning. Somos Enlaces, and it's a branch that is on PCC for students who are interested in education. And really, I'm going to have to defer to Donna to tell you more about that. But that's it. And in terms of my role, what I do within the division, it's taken care of by some very capable people. So, I mostly spend my time when I can advocating for them, or if there's a problem within that can't be resolved, students may come and speak to me about some difficulty that they're encountering, something like that. But again, you have some very capable people. You're in the hands of very capable people at the faculty and advisor level. So most of the time, my job simply involves advocating for them within the college whenever they need it, meeting with external people like the College of Education at the University of Arizona, and working with some of our external partners there. But that's a very brief overview, and it's a very high level overview. But with the folks that you have here today and that you'll be able to speak with, you'll be able to get some more detailed information. So thank you for joining us, and it's great to have you here. I know that there's a big teacher shortage, so anybody that we can get educated in those areas and serve the public is for the good of everyone involved. So that's it from me, and I'll hand it off, I believe, to Donna at this point.
Great. Thanks, Michael. So as mentioned, my name is Donna Kahn, and I think we've been communicating by email. So nice to see you in person. So we do have two certificates for our department. One is the Child Development Associate Prep certificate. It's not financial aid eligible, and it's mainly for those who are looking to get some coursework that they can use toward the National Child Development credential. We also have the Assistant Educator certificate for early childhood education. It's a 21 credit certificate. It is financial aid eligible, and it would be used mainly by those who either already have a degree and are looking for just early childhood course specific information, or might be looking to change employment degrees. So that's basically our certificates. Then we have the 3 degrees. One is the Associates of Applied Science. And as Michael mentioned, it is for those seeking direct employment, but it can also transfer into the Bachelor of Applied Science at the University of Arizona. So that would be for those interested in working in childcare centers, preschools, group homes, etc. Our Associates of Applied, our Associates of Arts for early childhood and our Associates of Arts for elementary do transfer to the Bachelor of Arts programs that are for teacher certification in either early childhood or elementary. So depending on what age group you're interested in, if you're interested in working with children up through 3rd grade, that would be either of the degrees, but specific to early childhood. Elementary is for those looking for K 5th grade. So depending again on which one holds your most interest, you do see an overlap of the K3, which would be covered by either one. So you could do either one. We also are working with NAU for a dual degree, which includes elementary education and special education. U of A's special education and elementary are 2 separate degrees. At NAU, they are combined. So you have that option as well. And then if you're looking for something in the secondary education, we are also working with ASU on a track for that. So those are your different options that you would have within our program. Our AAS degree is certified or accredited by the National Association for the Education of Young Children. So that's something that we do have in place for that. We offer online, hybrid, in-person, on the job coursework, depending on which track you're on. We also, for the early childhood education students, partner with the Arizona Workforce Registry. So they will help with getting you payment for the classes if you're not financial aid eligible, and also be able to apply your coursework for the Workforce Career Lattice, which would move you up in the program. If you're interested in the AAS or prior to transferring to university, you would need to get a fingerprint clearance card and a TB test with negative results. But again, not required to enter the program unless you're on the certificate or the associate. Is there anything specific I can answer? Sorry, my camera's gonna have to be muted. I just got an alert, my internet's unstable. So we're having some internet issues here today.
No, I think I'm good right now.
Okay, great. So our Somos Enlace Club is Something that we do in connection with the university and some of the other community colleges around. So it's basically for those interested in early childhood and elementary education. It is, we do activities. I am an advisor for the Pima Club. We do partnership activities with the universities and other colleges. We do like car washes and pizza night and virtual wine nights and whatever, you know, they might come up with. So we also have a Somos Enlace Facebook page, so you might want to check that out, get some information, and consider joining the club. We'd love to have you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that info, Donna. Did you know that I'm also on the Pima side? I help coordinate all of the clubs. So I don't know if maybe you want to get in touch with our office so we can be sure to also promote the Somos Enlace club. I don't think we have you all added on our active list of clubs, and that would be great. That way you can get some more.
Yeah, we've been working with Luke. Yeah.
With who?
Yeah, we've been working with Lupita
Oh, with Lupita. Okay, okay.
at Desert Vista. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and move to the other slide. Let's see if it lets me. So here are some questions that often come up in terms with advising if Cassandra doesn't have any specific questions. Just any sort of advice you might
Sure.
offer, Donna, for students when it comes to advising and how to use that tool for the betterment of their education.
Sure. So yeah, once you get admitted as either early childhood or as an elementary education degree seeking students, I would be assigned as your advisor. I do recommend that we meet at the beginning or prior to the beginning of every semester to plan for that semester. And then once about halfway through the semester, just to touch base to see how did our planning go? Did we have too many classes for you? Too few classes? Are the instructors and modalities working semester? I also will create a plan in my degree plan for you, and you can follow that, or we can do it semester by semester and just plan it one semester at a time, whatever works for you. If you are on financial aid, we do need to make sure that you are taking classes that are listed in the program. Otherwise, financial aid won't pay for them. So, and one good example of that is currently the EDU 202 is not listed in our degree, but is recommended by U of A for the student we stay on top of. Otherwise, financial aid won't pay for that course. So we want to try to lessen the burden of what you have to pay out for that class. As far as my availability to you, I'm always available by emails, and once things return to in-person contact, we can also schedule that if that's your preference. Prior to the semester you're going to graduate, we'll just need to meet to make sure before that final semester that we haven't missed anything, so that you can make sure you've got that last semester to pick up any additional classes that we have missed. But if we're following the plan, we shouldn't have any surprises toward the end.
Great. Any other questions or comments from either one of you?
Just ask her, how's it going so far, Cassandra? And when did you first start taking courses towards your degree?
This semester is actually my first semester at Pima. So I took only 2 classes to start because I'm a stay-at-home mom as well to an almost 2-year-old. So I know I discussed with Donna kind of towards the fall when I first signed up, and then we have a meeting actually scheduled next week to kind of plan out a little bit more.
Good. Once again.
Yeah, it sounds like you've done a really great job of staying in communication with your program, which will always be good, especially as we live through this weird world of online, virtual, hybrid modalities. We're all kind of just going with the flow as best we can, but staying in communication with key folks will be definitely important. If that's all of the questions we have for now, I'm going to go ahead and share some links in the chat. These are the links to the other Zoom breakout sessions. So you're in the first session, which is the program advisors. There's a clubs and then 2 different faculty rooms. There's also a survey link at the end. It'll be the same survey link shared in all of the other breakout rooms as well. But if you could take a moment just to fill that out for us, it really helps us out. Did you have any other questions, Cassandra, for us?
No, I think it was really good.
Great, thank you so much. And so feel free to click on any of those links and head on out to the other room.
And I'll
Right.
see you for our advising appointment.
All right, sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.